It's an honor and learning opportunity to stand with low-wage workers who lead the San Francisco Living Wage Coalition and the struggles on many fronts to reverse income inequality, fighting for a living wage to benefit all workers, attacking an oppressive, racist, criminal injustice system and a repressive immigration system that allows, even encourages, abusive employers to turn over the immigrant workers to La Migra if they protest unfair wages, unsafe working conditions, or other labor and human rights violations. We have an important responsibility to educate the general public that a living wage builds a healthier economy from the bottom up, as workers have more dollars in their pocket to spend in the mom and pop stores and family-owned restaurants in their neighborhood. The greatest assets of this grassroots movement are the militant, humane workers who empower themselves and others. Throughout history, our best minds have shown us that fear and ignorance are consistent allies of the many forms of slavery. Martin Luther King Jr., the revolutionary theologians, and other present-day economic prophets have urged us to educate ourselves and fight for social and economic justice, a struggle that is egalitarian, not utopian, and the surest path also toward true economic democracy. Karl Marx described the Civil War as the anti-slavery war and believed it would liberate all the working classes. And King preached that liberating Black people would free us all. Art, literature, and music not only nurture our souls, but unite us politically. Themes of international solidarity and cross-border unity take on another dimension when they become part of our life experience. In 2016, several of us went to Juarez, Mexico to meet with the members of Las Hormigas. We also met with the heroic maquiladora, or factory workers, and their lawyers who fight courageously for labor and human rights. Collaborating with my intelligent and humane comrades, the low-wage workers whose highest priority in life is to organize and empower the least among us. Those experiences haven't made me like those good soldiers of the people, but their humane, passionate commitment to social and economic justice certainly inspires me to try harder to be more like them. Thank you. Jack Hirschman, presente. Joan Marie Shelley, presente. In solidarity, hasta la victoria.
I'm going to sing a song about Haiti. It's called Haiti, Haiti, which was the original name for the island of Haiti, given by the native people who first lived there. And so that is the way people refer to all over Latin America and in Haiti as Haiti. And this is a song I wrote about Haiti after going there and feeling the tremendous resilience and strength of the people of Haiti, the unvanquished people. And so let me just get started. And it starts like this. Haiti, oh, Haiti, trying to get free from the bourgeoisie. Haiti, oh, Haiti, free from the U.S. Embassy. 1794, there was a French slave colony on Haiti's shore. Came the revolution, everyone went free, while the U.S. was still a slave society. Picture the U.S. rulers consumed by fear, an independent Black republic in the hemisphere. So President Wilson sent in the Marines. 20 years later, they were still on the scene. Haiti, oh, Haiti, trying to get free from the bourgeoisie. Haiti, oh, Haiti, free from the U.S. Embassy. And then the U.S. propped up Papa Doc, but when you struck the Haitian people, you struck a rock. There was a reign of terror by the Tonton Macoute, and then the people rose up and gave them the boot. Hey, Haiti, oh, Haiti, trying to get free from the bourgeoisie. IET, ooh, IET, free from the U.S. Embassy. And then the people of Haiti got into the street, swept into power, Father Aristide. In just a few months, a lot of changes made with hope for the future and a lot of faith. Oh, IET, ooh, IET, trying to get free from the bourgeoisie. IET, oh, IET, free from the U.S. Embassy. And then the people of Haiti got into the street, swept into power, Father Aristide. In just a few months, a lot of changes made with hope for the future and a lot of faith. And then the U.S. paid for a coup d'etat, a lot of people killed and all of that, with U.S. vultures and the bourgeoisie are getting fat from the people's misery. Oh, IET, oh, IET, trying to get free from the bourgeoisie. IET, oh, IET, free from the U.S. Embassy. And now the people of Haiti, they're on the rise, trying to get rid of these parasites. Spirit rising through the pain and the tears, fighting for freedom 500 years. Oh, IET, oh, IET, get free from the bourgeoisie. IET, oh, IET, free from the U.S. Embassy. Oh, free from the U.S. Embassy. That's it.
This next song go back more than 200 years with Motherless Child, but I do a combination here of Richie Havens' Freedom with John Legend's updated lyrics. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. A long way from my home. Freedom, 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 freedom. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost gone. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost gone. Sometimes I feel like I'm almost gone. A long way from my home. Who's got a shoulder when I need to cry? I'm feeling unsettled and I don't know why. I cry for some help, but I feel all alone, like a motherless child, a long way from home. Lord, I'm lost, I can't find my way. I'm stuck in the dirt of my day to day. I feel so weak, but I want to be strong. I feel like running, but I've been running for way too long. Freedom, I feel like I'm already gone. Sometimes I feel like I'm already gone. Sometimes I feel like I'm already gone. A long, long way from my
I think it's important that people in struggles take care of each other and are there for each other. It's called remembering you. I remember the nights, lonely summer nights. I remember dreams in the early light. I remember when it was through. Still I'm remembering you. I remember the songs that we sang in the fight. I remember the wrongs that we thought we could right. I remember when it was through. Still I'm remembering you. Time is a wicked old fool, never waiting for you, never waiting for me. What are we gonna do? I don't know the why. We're just destined to die. I don't know the where. We go after this here. I just hope that when it's all through, still I'm remembering you. Do 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 do. I just hope that when it's all through, still I'm remembering you. Still I'm remembering you. To all the comrades out there.
And bills don't go away, even if the boss refuses to pay. Just trying to make ends meet, raising wages, they drag their feet. And disparity is an outrage. We just want a living wage. Income inequality is an outrage. Pay us a living wage.
The San Francisco Living Wage Coalition has a dual strategy of reversing income inequality. One is raising the floor, that's increasing minimum wages. The other is mitigating the factors that are pulling down wages for everyone.
Una veredita alegre, con luz de luna o de sol, tendida como una cinta, con sus lados de arrebol de los geranios y sonrisas con rubor, arrebol de los claveles y las mejillas en flor, perfumado de magnolias, rociado de mañanitas, la veredita sonríe cuando tu piel acaricia y la cuculi se ríe y la ventana se agita cuando por esa vereda tu fina estampa pasea. Fina estampa, caballero, caballero de fina estampa, un lucero que sonriera bajo un sombrero, no sonriera más hermoso ni más luciera. Caballero que en su andaranda reluce la cera la andaranda. Te lleva por los zaguanes y a los patios encantados, te lleva por las plazuelas y a los amores soñados. Veredita que te arrulla con tafetanes bordados, tacón de chefín de seda y justes almidonados. Es un caminito alegre con luz de luna o de sol que de recorrer cantando por si te puedo alcanzar. Fina estampa, caballero, quien te pudiera guardar. Fina estampa, caballero, caballero de fina estampa, un lucero que sonriera bajo un sombrero, no sonriera más hermoso ni más luciero. Caballero y en su andaranda reluce la cera al andaranda. Gracias.
Karen, Melander Magoon, and Sarah Menifee in a tribute to Jack Hirschman.
This is about the battles Jack fought and leaves us to keep fighting. We love him and all that he stood for, and we think always of this wonderful red scarfed spirit in the clouds looking over us. Arcana Jack, Nirvana Jack, tied up in scarves of red and scarabs of blood, meant to augur luck, not forever apocalypse. Arcana, Nirvana, Americana drenched with tears and throbbing rags of all colors, as was always meant by those who had no say, by those who were but prey to wealthy capitalists, envisioning an America for them alone, still building on a legacy of plantations and slavery, still dreaming of cities on vast hills of gold, still hammered under spacious skies, of amber waves of Monsanto Frankengrain, flowing under headless purple mountains decapitated for coal seams, majestically, heedlessly viewing fruited plains of genetically modified cornucopia's basket of cancer, carried home by Little Red Riding Hood, barely escaping the wolf, yet carrying him home as well.
I'm going to read a couple of short poems from this much older book of his, The Bottom Line. So he's here in spirit right now. Grain. How did the crane get all the way on top of that new building? It didn't. It was there to begin with. The workers built the building like a nest under the crane. This is called Watch Out for the Spirit Vendors. Who shuts the gates to the mouth? The spirit vendors. Who are the spirit vendors? Just what it says. Get your spirit, get your free spirit, only it isn't free. Get your big glass of hotel while the pickets pretzel outside. Get your big baseball stadium with a price on every hide. Spirit vendors everywhere around. Look under a newspaper, walked on a demo line, could not feel spirit vendors at every turn. Ready to price the spirit in ounces and pounds. Wrap it in neon, ribbon it with rock, keep the people bought and sold like supersonic schluck. Spirit vendors on the loose with plenty bucks to spend, raise the level of nothing to the nth. Couple of trees were talking this morning in the park, couple of natural stems, couple of physical barks. How long before we're price tagged? One said to the other. Spirit vendor came along and said to the tree, you mother, and put a price called dispensable on its beautiful form. Watch out for spirit vendors if you still remember Mom.
Thank you for having me here. The first poem I'm going to read is called Her Words After the Fire, which refers to the Triangle Fire. If I could speak to you, what would I say? So many long days as if married to a sewing machine, cloths made by the millions. You needed us, the workers. Instead of music, the machine's voice searing our ears until the night when my sisters fell into sleep, wishing for windows and air. But instead of air, fire was choking the factory. We could have fought, but everything was wrong that day. The doors locked, the fire escape broken. And instead of dancing like young people do, we were surging to a window to breathe, to find life, to escape, to find death. I think I heard my mama cry as I descended into the red darkness. I remembered a little village outside of Minsk, a cool river, a tiny synagogue. I'd forgotten about God in America. Mama stood below the 9 stories. Which one was her daughter? Hadn't we just been marching to fix the fire escape? To get shorter hours, fair wages, to join a union? The bosses were killing us. We came to America with hope, leaving wars, leaving discrimination, leaving grandmother who called out Mamala. Beyond a border now, married forever to the earth, to the evergreen cemetery. Frances Perkins looked up and saw the triangle fire. The ashes fell on her shoulders. She never forgot. The New Deal was born that day. Let me hear the International Ladies Garment Workers, the Amalgamated Clothing Workers, unite, unite here. Workers united, marching and singing, not forgetting a little girl from Berezino, Thai women in a sweatshop in Los Angeles, not forgetting the Puerto Rican and African-American garment workers of the 1950s and 60s, the Chinese Latino garment workers of 2011, the exploited, underpaid, and burned in Bangladesh, the workers who make clothes for the millions, our daughters, our children. Let the water reach them globally, everywhere.
Was the night before Christmas, and all through the casa, Mama, she was busy preparing the masa to make the tamales for the tamalada and all the ingredients for the enchiladas. Papa in the front room was filling piñatas with all kinds of goodies while doing the cha-cha. My brothers and sisters were out in the hall, listening to Los Lobos sing rock and roll. Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia y otra cosita, y arriba, y arriba, y arriba iré. Yo no soy marinero, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. When all of a sudden I heard such a racket, I got out of bed, I put on my jacket, I looked out the window, and in front of the house was my old Uncle Pedro, as happy as a mouse. He grabbed his guitar and he let out a yell, "Ay!" And then he sang, Guadalajara, 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 Guadalajara. I was starting to wonder as I lay there alone if Santo Claus was to visit my home with all of this noise that would scare him away. When all of a sudden I heard someone say, "Hey, gordito, Chuchito, Jose, get up, all you guys, or you don't get no hay." And what to my wondering eyes did I see but 8 little donkeys, yes, burritos, instead of reindeers. And the fat little driver waved his big sombrero. He pulled his carreta full of toys for all of us good little girls and boys. And he let out a yell and he said, "Feliz Año Nuevo, Merry Christmas to all." And then he sang, "I am Santa's cousin from south of the border. My name's Pancho Claus, and I brought what you ordered." I heard him exclaim as he drove past the porches. "Merry Christmas to all, and to all, buenas noches."
Could I suggest that we end the program in a moment of silence for the memory of Joan Marie Shelley?